Hey, what's going on, everybody? Troy Rawlings here. I was about to take another sip of my coffee, but I'm not. Welcome to another exciting episode of Meet the. And today I have the beautiful, the talented, the wonderful vocalist, musician, extraordinaire. This young lady is amazing, and you guys are in for a treat. You'll get to know a little bit more about her. And not many times do I have I had a chance to introduce an artist. So I'm introducing to you all around the world, Miss Jovan Marie. Jovan Marie, how are you?
I'm doing good. And you can also call me Honey. I will be showing you more and more of who Honey is.
Honey.
Doing well. How are you? How are
I'm
you?
good. Good. And we've been this is one of those interviews, one of those people that we could go on and talk for hours. And I got to get the camera rolling. I had to get the camera rolling because we've been talking now for probably about 30 minutes, and
Right.
just amazing, amazing. So I appreciate you taking some time out.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
And you're on the West Coast, so that's good because sometimes
Right.
yeah, you're on the West Coast, so you're here, so we're on the same time zone, so at least we can knock some stuff out.
Yeah. That's good. That's perfect. Yeah, we can, bedtime is bedtime for both of us, right?
Right, exactly, especially with the little ones. But let's get underway. So, vocalist,
Yeah.
singer, Jovan Marie. Let's go back. I
Right.
Tarantino. Huh?
I write and I also paint and draw. I love a lot of the arts.
So
I want to throw that in there.
we're gonna Tarantino a little bit. I'm gonna jump. Let's go all the way back. Where are you originally from?
I was born in Vallejo, California.
Vallejo, right here.
I grew up in Richmond, divorced parents, so I had equal Richmond and Vallejo, to be completely honest.
Wow. So you had the best of both worlds, East and West Coast.
Richmond, not Virginia.
Oh,
Richmond, California. It's within the same area, the Bay Area. Just two
you
different
know
cities.
what's so
Yeah.
funny is the young man I was talking about my 100th episode is my friend DeAndre Landers. He's from Vallejo.
I have quite a few people who have made their way into the public light have shown themselves to be from my city. Her,
Really?
E40, Mac Dre, um, the Confunctions.
The Yay, you woo, watch yourself. The Yay area,
Yeah,
as they
the
call it.
Yay area. Absolutely. We got it going on.
And Confunction, one of my favorite all-time songs, Love Train. Old Michael Cooper. I'm a Michael Cooper fan. Confunction, come on, girl.
Yeah,
That's
you're out of
I'm
the world.
I'm showing my age. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. These
I
young
mean,
chickadees don't know about that. But you come from a,
I
you
know.
know, that is the Yay area is that Bay Area, and that's a heavy music hub up there.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
I'm blessed.
So was either one of your parents involved with music? Is that how you were introduced?
So I would say yes. Professionally, no.
Mm.
Music lovers, yes. My most of my influence came from my mom. She has a very diverse ear, so I got to hear so many things from these boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. To old school gospel, which she used to put us to sleep, and
Mm.
definitely Motown, which I think really opened me up to say, hey, you got that in you, you know? And she just had music playing all the time, cleaning and anything. It was just music. And I just, mimicry, just loved it. She would sing with it, and I would sing too. So, but I'm a handy from my father's side. So we're not very clear on whether or not we're related to W.C. Handy, but my father is like almost a splitting image of him.
Oh
So
wow.
it could be some historical rooted things. On my mother's side, my grandfather, he's into music. He wanted to form his children. They had 8 of them. He wanted to form a band. I think that was the theme when they saw Jackson 5. Everybody was like, come on,
Right. It's
kids.
like we can do
What
that.
can y'all do? Yeah.
Kids can put
So,
some instruments in their hands. They automatically learn.
yeah. No, seriously, why not? You got to see. You got to give your children the resources and see if they can do anything with it. But I didn't have I think it's important that you know, since we're talking about it, that I didn't have that support. It was something that I was alone in. You know, I've been alone in for a long time. So I just thought to myself, you know, the best thing you can do is just keep singing. So I just kept singing and singing and singing. So
Yeah,
I
I've
think
known amazing singers that have, and there's no other way to say it. I watched them bury because of fear, because of lack of support, or people like my pops and other people, you know, one person knock them and they're like, it was enough to knock them back. It's like, no, I'll be cool over here. Let me just sing at the post office while I'm stacking it. Ain't no woman like the one I got.
Ooh, right?
He's sitting back
Oh my
there.
gosh, you sound good.
He's sitting back there. Oh yeah, I used to sing and he delivering mail. You know, my
It's not
mailman
enough.
sings. Not
Never
enough. It's take it to the next level. And that's let me commend you because that's a huge part of bravery and just the way I found out about you. I found out, and I don't believe in coincidence. I believe things coincide, but there's no such thing as coincidence.
Oh, I like that.
And I was with two people who deal in the art. I'm doing, you know, I'm over the director's house. A friend comes over. He start talking. Somewhere in the midst, we start talking about that. He lets me hear the music. Instantly, I say, "Oh man." And I say this with all due respect because we're an anniversary of her passing. I said, man, she has a tone like Aaliyah. That's it's a nice tone, man. She could,
Thank
because
you.
I'm a producer of live events, so I always think in doing the live show, what songs could this person sing in tone to pull the people in? A key
Oh,
factor in doing live shows is always grabbing a song that people are familiar with, so they can hear the person's vocal ability because they already know the song. So
true.
they start listening to the person.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
so I was like, man, and then everything just started flowing from there. But I say that in the same cusp of how when I first heard Tony Braxton, I heard Anita Baker, and it just happened to
I
be the
did
perfect time.
too.
And that, I mean, you could hear it clearly, you know. And I got a chance to work with Vesta Williams before she passed away, and when I heard Vesta, I heard Shaka Khan. And it made sense because she sung background for Shaka Khan. She did, you know, but she had her own flow. But you heard Shaka. But those people went on to have amazing careers, and they have signature voices. So you have a good thing, but you have a signature voice right now, and we need more signature voices. So that's just my
Thank
plug.
you. That's so important to me
Yeah,
as well. And it's something that you can't make yourself have, to be honest.
right.
It's not that I can make myself have it, but I'm glad and I'm blessed to have it and to be noticed and appreciated for it. I
Yeah,
really,
and then the fact that you like you said, your mom going from old school country western songs to Motown with the pep boom 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 boom, and you're like, you
yeah.
playing it, and you're up there singing to the four on the floor. So when did you? Was there a point in elementary school? Some people say church or high school that you got a chance to actually sing for people? Because there's something at that point where someone says, "Hey, you have a nice voice," and it's like,
Right. Yeah.
really?
Yeah. I think it's important that you get that feedback outside of your family. And so I may have gotten that outside of my mother's house. It was me and my two brothers. There's three of us, 2 years apart. So from outside from them would be my grandma's house where everybody else would come and they would have me sing because I said I would sing and I would sing Mariah Carey's There's a Hero. That was my go-to song at like 7. Yeah.
Wow.
So I would just be singing that song and there'd be other people there. And that's when they noticed. And then I believe I started doing the talent shows at school around 5th grade. I was in like a group with two of my friends. They were fraternal twins, and we were called the Color Purple. I know it was a movie and it was rough and deep, but we all loved it. We all loved the color purple, and it's
I can
like
see somebody in it. Hold up. How old were y'all?
it was 4th or 5th grade. What
So
is that? We're
understand,
like
and some
7,
people
8,
this
9.
some of my Caucasian and other folks are watching this, and they don't get it. But y'all, just imagine at the little talent show. All right, we're about to bring up the next singing group, y'all. Give it up for The Color Purple. And people are like,
What are they gonna sing?
about to sing.
No, but like I said, we love The Color Purple, and I remember we did a talent show, and we all had on matching overalls with colored tops on the purple tops on the bottom. What did we sing? I forget. If I had it right now, it'd be magical, but I don't.
Was it an Escape song, maybe?
It could. It's probably in the lines of that. If it was, oh my goodness,
TLC
yeah, I don't. Yeah, but it was probably like a deep song for us, obviously. Too deep for our age group. Everything was too
Somebody
deep.
put them aside. It's like, oh, we don't keep that name. Color Purple. They.
It was awesome. Yeah. It was going to be Purple Rain. Either Purple Rain or.
Yeah, that was deep too, but it goes more with the music piece. Purple Rain is pretty dope. That would have been a dope name for a group.
It's dope right now. Somebody.
Yeah, it is. You can start a group called Purple Rain.
All right, we said it first here live.
Color Purple is getting back together, y'all. Their new name is Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
What were your favorite artists coming up? What were some of your favorite artists that you heard and you were like, oh, well, besides Mariah Carey, Hero, that should go to?
Yes. So I often think about it's like a timeline, because to be honest with you, I think every artist has to be very transparent when it comes to what this singing stuff is. We're humans, so we're all learning from each other's behaviors. We're all hearing sounds, and some of our brains are catching it, and some of us have the anatomy to project it and bring it back. So what makes me a singer is my ear. And the better my ear, the better my voice. And the better I am with my spear, the better it's the expression. So I'm getting from listening to all these people, male, female, whatever the genre, my ear is picking it up. And our brains are like computers. And I feel like I was just able to register and compute all of these people into my mind. And it started from Mariah and Whitney. And I had Anita and Shaka and some names I don't even know. But they were then country and gospel. I'm talking about that step from slavery gospels. I remember that sound.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that long suffering sound, and connecting not only just to the melodies and the movements and the arrangements, but to the story, the pain. And it made me such a interesting child emotionally. I thought really beyond emotionally than what I should have, and I robbed myself of a lot of peace.
Y'all are the first young girls in the 4th, 5th grade I've ever heard of naming their group Color Purple.
Go back to that,
You know how deep you gotta be? How about The Color Purple? I like that movie too. I like that movie too. We gonna Color Purple. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna sing. Like your opening song is like
I didn't get to it.
The girls hum for 5 minutes up there.
We might have.
But here's the funny thing about that. R&B is rhythm and blues. The blues part of R&B is the soul of it. That soul music, it comes from that thing. You just imagine how you talk about Negro spirituals, but think about this. These people, when they started talking about toil and all that, or that's the sound of the man working on a chain.
Oh, yeah.
They were working on, all you hear them say.
Real life.
They out there keeping it going, and it comes from that blues. So it makes sense that connected to you, that soul. Where is this coming from? Where you hear this person sing, and this man, where is that coming from? You're singing from your feet.
Right. And pain is somehow pain is attractive in the weirdest way. Yeah.
Because I think it's because it's so revealed. That is key. Real artists and certain artists have a certain sense of transparency it pulls you right in. You were mentioning some artists. You were mentioning different artists that really hit home with you. We talked about Mariah, but what other artists that?
Yeah. So I kind of look at it as I grew up. We went from Mariah. We get Mariah and Whitney around the same time, but we had the Shaka and the Anitas for a while. And then I started getting a little older. And I think the next big jump was Destiny's Child and Aaliyah and Selena. Selena, even though she was singing, she's from Mexico and I'm a Black girl or whatever, biracial or whatever, I have Mexican in me as well. But I connected with her the same way you would think a young Black girl would connect with a Black woman.
Right.
And then I saw her movie, probably a little too young, once again. I saw the movie and my tears, I loved her. I watched it over and over and over, and I obsessed over her. I loved her body. I loved her voice. I loved her confidence on the stage. And that's when I said, this is what you got to do. This is you.
Mm-hmm. Selena.
This is what you got to do.
My Latino brothers and sisters. See what I'm saying? Selena.
Yeah, I mean, she's amazing. And
yeah.
And Aaliyah, I felt the same way. So I had Aaliyah, and I think Beyonce came after Aaliyah and Selena, honestly. But with Aaliyah, it was just her voice. I felt like naturally I was hearing my own voice sound really smooth and pretty and angelic. It's something about it that's honest and very feminine, but just very sure as well with her context and
almost effortless. Almost,
yes.
It seemed like she opened her mouth and it just came out.
Yes, almost like she was just speaking her songs so I looked at her also like I love Disney. So a lot of these women that I admire, I see them as princesses, these Disney princesses. And so when I was young, I was like, wow, look at these real life princesses and look how they carry themselves as women and how they express themselves and the different varies of their beauty. And as young girls and kids and everyone, to be honest, we're just soaking it in with really open pupils. And I did with her. I followed Destiny's Child. Beyonce stood out immediately. I don't think it was any force of that. It's just who she is. And I noticed it. I can vouch for that. Speaking to the girl that saw her for the first time. She is who she was and she's always been. And I like the other girls too, but my eyes were on her since No, 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 No. And I was singing then. And they gave me, as a teenager, they gave me a good option. I think they gave a lot of girls a good option. We wanted to have fun. We wanted to express our beauty, but we also wanted to hold a measure of class. So
right.
I held on to those women. Those women have that. They have a lot in common. And I've noticed that as I've gotten older, these women have a lot in common. These women that I've attached to. So, and then I just got into everyone else after that. I really loved Usher a lot, Prince and Michael. There was a lot of men that influenced me. Every time someone asked me who I was influenced by, I just totally forget the men. I forget Marvin Gaye. I forget Al Green. I forget all the groups,
so
Earth, Wind and Fire, everyone in Motown, those people, Michael Jackson alone, his artistry is most illuminated for me in my adult life because he kept a purity, because he was able to contextually give the same flair of trend without being demeaning or very explicit.
Yeah, he became the king of pop without having to go into anything. That's deep that you mentioned that. I never even thought about that.
I think about it because I often think about in the platform and having stardom, I'm changing people's lives with these words. But he was and still is one of the coolest artists to ever be, and he was able to write
pop
that didn't damage the world. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing.
I want that.
He was able to do that, keep that purity. That's deep.
Yeah, I want that, and those are legends. Those are our legends.
Right. So, what excites you most about the song making process, the process now?
Ooh. Honestly, in a really weird way, it's it's just the fact that I can do it. A little bit is the fact that I can do it because I felt like I've been stagnant and dead, like I'm a dormant volcano.
Mm,
And I've been recording recently, and I've been able to hear the beats and just get in right into the vibe and get in right into my mind and my emotions and say what I gotta say.
right.
And everything that I've meditated on, everything that I wanted to project, it's just ready to go. It's just waiting for something to accompany it. So I think the biggest thing right now is that I realize coming into myself, because when
Mm,
you're making a song, you're telling a story. And when you
right.
tell a story, no one's going to listen to you unless you have the confidence and the grace, and you can capture their attention and keep it. So being complete in yourself and owning what you want to do and owning what you have to say and not questioning yourself is really most of what music making is, and being an artist. So
That's
I've come to a very good place with myself to make good music.
right, right. How much of that uh what was it? I remember Howard Hewitt said one time he had one job other than singing. He worked in a shoe store for a little while, and then Shalimar.
Yeah.
He was saying he was like he
What's my
did
day
one.
job?
Yeah, I mean, but what other things, like, was there other? Because that's hard for us as artists and do different things. We have different things along the line, but you can tell when you talk about music, and you shine bright. And I don't know, to believe me, y'all, I don't know her regiment or anything like that. But she came on looking like this. I don't know if she woke up like this, but she came on looking like I'm just, yeah, it's over, whatever, yeah.
Aw.
but but it makes you glow when you're doing and you're talking about, because even though you're giving some wonderful information on it, you can see the glow. Anybody that sees a person doing what they love to do, you can see the glow in them. That's the thing that people see in them, like, oh man. And the majority of the people have never, well, some people who've seen, who are going to see this, have heard you sing. Majority of people have never heard you sing yet. They just see
Right.
you, like, oh,
Right.
her. Well, in for a treat.
Thank you.
But
So you
what other things kind of drew you, or you found yourself doing in the midst of getting to this next level?
honestly, nothing I would say is extremely exciting. I I have to mention that uh, singing exclusively in church, I did that for a while.
Mm,
And I think it's a lifestyle. So I think it's completely different from what I'm seeking out right now. So I would mention, um, I'd mention just having a lot of servitude in church. I mean, from just really doing whatever I was asked to do. As a vocalist, if the pastor said, "Hey, come to this other church on Saturday, and then after the service on
I need you
Sunday,"
to set the atmosphere, Sister Jovan.
yeah,
Come
open
on
us
over here.
up.
Open this up.
I paid, not even paid. I learned to serve. I learned that my gift wasn't about me.
Mm,
I learned that it's to be shared, and it's to be shared honestly. And the way you share your gift honestly, where else can you really do it but with the truth? And I got a lot of practice in that. But as far as like occupational, again, I do art in many forms. I love to draw, pencil work mostly, paint, animations like cartoons. Um, I did a lot of retail. And so I think retail mostly is just, I did a lot of talking, a lot of social and psychological analyzing of our communities. I got to know a lot of different people, and going to business school and marketing, I,
mm.
put all that together. So, yeah, but other than that, always, no matter what I did, I couldn't put my heart into anything else. So everything else seemed measly or blue collar or low life, because my heart has never, ever wanted anything else, is so stubborn to the point where I don't care. I will live the lowest life because the only other option is my dreams.
And people don't, you can't understand that. Sometimes that's why it's you have to have a balance in every relationship. It's good to have friends and family that are doing other things that can give us some balance sometimes, because some people say, oh, your head is so in the clouds, you're such a dreamer. And it's a difference between a dreamer and a visionary that's on the path. Sometimes, like John Lennon says, you may say that I'm a dreamer. I'm not the only one, but it's one of those things where we understand it. I remember when I told my cousin, who worked for Viacom and for years and doing different things, I was like, yeah, I think it's time. I'm gonna move to LA. She was like, about time. I was like, now everybody else was like, you struggling in Baltimore? You gonna? It's about time. I was like, yeah, but people say I'm doing so much. She's like, Troy, you're just talent. That's what talent do. You're supposed to be able to do several things. And she made it seem so simple. And I don't know if I ever told her that in the midst of everything. See, Black folks, she done put on some thug.
Because he said he's Quentin Tarantino and he's doing a bunch of choppy, suey stuff. So yeah. All the way.
Y'all know that's another one of those Black incidents. If one person watch all my people who are not from the African American or the mixed community, stuff like, if you see somebody with lips, put on something on their lips, look around the circle, you'll see somebody, yeah.
Absolutely. It's like yawning.
It is like yawning. It's like chapstick. Is my lips chapped? Okay.
Might be. Just might.
This is real time. Yeah, it's one of the most amazing things to be around people that are artistic. But also sometimes we have to have that balance. We have to have people that bring us down enough to look around, because you can get so caught up in your dream that it's amazing. I'm glad you have the right. It seems like you have the right team around you. God's putting a good team of people around you.
And you're absolutely right about what you said, that balance. And I had that. I didn't have that at my mom's house. Again, my parents were divorced. So on my dad's, his new marriage, I was the only, between my brother and we were the only, oh no, I take that back. I had my stepsister, she passed. She played the piano and sang phenomenally. So everyone else, dear Lord, everyone else for the most part didn't share that. And they were more rigid of a people. And my mom's house, it was just more free. I mean, I'm telling you, like cleaning, there's music. I mean, wake up to music, it's just like, really fun and lovable and cuddly and stuff like that. And there's just a little more serious at my dad's house. So I really got a lot of balance. But both my parents are Marines, veterans.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that already gave me a dynamic.
Right. Just to wake up. It's like, we got music playing, but it's 5 a.m. we cleaning. It's like, okay.
The blinds. The wall.
Smelling breakfast. My mother would trick me with that smell of eggs and bacon. Oh man, that smell bleach and incense. I was like, are we cleaning?
Right. So you ate, but we got to clean before we eat.
Oh yeah. It was like, clean up your room and come down and eat breakfast. And then, yes, structure. It's wonderful. Good. It's good. So what's the next move? Give us what you can, because I don't want you to give too much, because you got some surprise stuff coming. But what's the next move for Jovan? What are we about to hear? Or what can people expect from your debut? Debut, I could say, because you've been around for a little bit.
They can expect to get another option from a Black girl on camera, from a brown girl on camera, not just with my look. My look is going to automatically cause a certain percentage of our community to feel more connected to the higher society, or whatever people do with this media thing. But aside from that, I really feel like I have a single that I'm really happy about. And I'll tell you, the title is called Real Good Love. And as far as options, I have a saying that, in life, there's many choices. You could choose to live it however you want, but I'm going to give you an option. because choices really aren't things that we have. We feel like we have them. We mess with them. We toy with them. We waste our times with them. But options are things that provide us with things that we desire, that we need. They check off things that we need.
Right.
So even with Honey, my name, aside from Jovan Marie, it's, Honey's nurturing. Honey will give you something. It's sweet, It's not just a thing that you take in and it leaves you empty. So my music you'll take it in, and I hope it will put something inside of you that's nurturing, that's sweet, that's, is love. And this song, aside from what a lot of my peers are singing and doing and doing great with and making lots of money, and a lot of people are having fun with it, but I think it's very important that our community sees women who love men and who will express it vulnerably and submissively and feel so powerful still. I feel like a very powerful woman. I feel very strong in my stance. And I have a lot of opinions and I won't hold them back. But I honor a man. And men are very important for our community. And they need to be lifted, and it's our job. And they can be lifted through music. Music is so powerful. So you will see that Motown come back in my spirit and bring back in a time where we need it the most. And I think it's the perfect time for people to see an image of a Black woman, of a woman saying that you can be powerful and stand next to a powerful man and give him his honor and not lose a damn thing.
Mm.
You didn't lose a damn thing. You gained it all.
That's right.
So as much as I can, I will do my best to stand in that position and stay there. Yeah, that's my goal. I am.
Sometimes it's good to like, I can't say nothing else after that. I'm not going to try to choose and vicissitude and whatever that choose. I'm not going to try to talk like one of the R&B singers at the end or the beginning of the album. Look here, girl. No,
right.
That was perfect. So how can people get in touch with you?
So right now I am growing. You can grow with me, and you can follow me on Instagram at 4 Jovan. It's Jovan Marie, Marie, and that will get you to my Instagram, and you'll be able to see the content change and all the stuff. I love this. You'll be able to see it happening for me. I'm excited about the happening, and this is probably the biggest moment of my career. So I'm going to let you guys in on the process. I will be doing some shows, awards. I will be singing at the HAPA Awards on the 22nd. Yes. And there'll be lots of flyers being posted on the Instagram, and the website will be there as well, LinkedIn's and all the social platforms. And we will have Real Good Love on streaming platforms by the end of the month. Spotify, Apple Music, the big ones, and then as much as we can, all of them. So I'm really excited about that. Excited about that single, and visuals will follow soon after. Visuals, content, explosion. So just get it right started with what I'm supposed to do. This is making the art and getting it out there. And getting you guys to know me as much as possible.
Yes, I love it. Jovan Marie, hey, think about that. You can be a part of this process of an amazing young artist coming up, doing her thing. It's been at this thing for a while, but you're getting to be a part of a process that's going to be pretty exciting. Some of you have never seen some of these elements that are coming. I got a little inside piece of some of the stuff that's coming. It's going
on. Get some honey. Come get you some honey.
Get some honey. Oh, y'all know how I love honey. Y'all heard me.
Well, we have some surprises with honey itself coming as well. So you're gonna see it. It's gonna be rich. It's gonna be thick. It's gonna be sweet.
Thick and dripping.
Okay. Dripping.
Dripping all over. The new drip. All right.
Yeah.
Jovan Marie, thank you so much. Honey.
Thank you, Tony.
Honey Marie. I'm putting honey in the middle.
Yes.
Put honey on like a sandwich. Okay, that's not
everything. You put on a lot of stuff. Put it on thick.
Honey.
You're putting on thick, aren't you?
I appreciate you taking time out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
You're very welcome.